Hello lovely students, welcome back to another exciting literature class. Today's class we're going to be looking at the themes in Omar Farouk Sesay's The Song of the Woman of My Land. The poem talks about the oppression and the suffering of the African women in their own land. So we're going to be looking at the themes in this lovely poem. Now, the lesson objectives, we're going to be identifying the themes in the poem. So the first theme is the theme of women oppression and enslavement. Women constitute gangs of slaves that worked from dawn to dusk on the plantations. They suffered really hard to take care of the family, and then they are being oppressed and enslaved in their own country. Their predicament is compounded by their songs of sorrow. As they walk, they sing songs of sorrow to tell themselves that they are working for their family, despite what their families do to them, despite the oppression and the subjugation that they go through in the African society. They are singing their songs of sorrow. Another theme in this lovely poem is the theme of lamentation. The theme of lamentation. The Song of the Women of My Land is a deep lamentation over the fate of women in Sierra Leone. It is the deep lamentation of the fate of women in Sierra Leone. Obviously, from what the poet wrote in the poem, we see that the women in Sierra Leone go through severe oppression, enslavement, bias. They are discriminated because of their gender, which is not supposed to happen in a traditional African society. We are supposed to be treated as human beings, but they are made to hustle, they are made to struggle for the family, and in the end they are oppressed and discriminated. Is that even fair at all? They groaned in pain and sang about it. They suffer day and night, and they sing about it. They sing about their sufferings and their oppression, which is not noticed by anybody. Everybody just feels, as the woman, they should hustle and struggle to make sure that the family is in good hands. We see another lovely theme in this lovely poem. We see the theme of songs, the importance of songs. Here we see that the poet describes the importance of African songs. In Africa, music plays an important part in the way people interact, celebrate, and relate to historical events. We see children gathering around, and through songs, we learn lots of stories. Through songs, we learn a lot of African history. The entertainment from songs help to relieve the people from agony and suffering in the land. As they sing about their sorrow, they work really hard. They work while singing. That's the importance of song. It helps to relieve you from remembering all the agony and suffering you're going through in your land. So we've looked at the three important themes in this poem, The Song of the Woman of My Land. So we've done the three important themes in this wonderful poem, The Song of the Woman of My Land. We have women, oppression, and enslavement, theme of lamentation, and the importance of songs. Songs play an important role in Africa. Now, we're going to be looking at the style of writing of this lovely poem. There's a structure of this poem that is very unique to every other poet. So how did Omar Farouk Sesay structure his own poem? We're going to be looking at that in this next slide. Now, the structure of the poem. The Song of the Women of My Land by Omar Farouk is a 48-line poem that does not follow a specific rhyme scheme or metrical pattern. It's not following a particular pattern. It is just a poem, a 48-line poem that is just there, just you writing and pouring out your mind. The lines are quite different lengths, with the short ones containing one word and the longest containing 12. If you see some parts of the poem, you will notice that there were parts of the poem where it had just one line, and then there were other lines that had up to 12 words as well. And then we also see that despite being no consistent patterns in the text, the poet does make use of rhymes selectively. If you notice, there were parts of the poem where we were having run-on lines and jamblings. They were flowing into the other sentences. So that is the structure of Omar Farouk Sesay's The Song of the Woman of My Land. Now, we're going to be doing our usual evaluation. Yes, our evaluation. Discuss the theme of exploitation in this lovely poem. Discuss the theme of exploitation in the poem. So, lovely students, we've come to the end of our lovely class titled Themes of Omar Farouk's essays, The Song of the Woman of My Land. I'll be seeing you in our next class where we'll be analyzing another interesting poem. So until then, it's bye for now.